Folks, I'm getting ready to do some ultralight catfishing again. It is 2 p.m. The bite is slow, so the only thing you can kind of do right now is set up somewhere and hope to get a nice catfish on ultralight. I already caught a few baby bluegill here, you can see, for bait, and they ate my lure. And you know, I thought, why not make a video about this? I didn't want to make a video about this because I just made a video from the wall and I avoid doing too many videos of the same scenery. But let me show you something. This one is a little bit different. I think this here is an easier way to catch bait. This is a tiny piece of tungsten. This one is 1/8. I believe I have even 1/16. By the way, I make these myself. I don't make them myself, but I order them from a factory and I paint them in my favorite olive color. I have tiny tungstens in my shop for ultralight fishing. This hook here is Umpqua. What is this brand name? I like the shape of this hook. Is it Japanese? I don't know, but I can tell you it's pretty sharp hook. I have no complaints, and it doesn't have to be that sharp. Then you need some bait that is easy to go in the mouth, folks. It has to go in the mouth easy. It has to be thin if you are targeting bluegill. And lure being thin and easy to swallow is more important than being organic and smell good and all of that. And that's it. You don't want the jig to be much higher than the tungsten. What is this? Maybe 1 foot? I don't even think so. Maybe 1 foot, maybe less. But if you are fishing around the dams, around this concrete structure, the fastest way to get yourself bait is this kind of drop shot, because when I'm ultralight fishing with a jig here, I cast and I wait for it to sink, and then I twitch and feel, and I enjoy the bite. But right now, you kind of want to get 5 or 6 bluegill and go catfishing. And this thing sinks very fast, and you can drag it on the bottom. This particular lure actually has a tail, and even kicks. You don't need to even twitch it. Look, this little baby bluegill ate the whole thing. Look, this thing is gone. One downside to this compared to jigs is it's kind of difficult to remove. I will keep this one because I actually want baby bluegill. I know you guys want the big bluegill to catch the big catfish, but I like the baby bluegill because I want to catch like a 12-pound catfish. But yeah, I haven't done ultralight drop shot video because I don't really have anything new to say about it. The scenery is not new. What happened here? But it's probably, I'm pretty sure it's the fastest way to catch bait. You can just drag it on the bottom with the tungsten and just reel it up. This time didn't work. Got a couple bites, but it took a while. That's probably a bigger fish, that's why. Yeah, that's a crappie, and which is probably a keeper and legit bait. But I don't want crappie for catfish bait. It's not that I think crappie is too rare or something like that, but it's kind of big and wide, and I'm using very small hooks even for catfishing when I put them on ultralight. So I just don't want the crappie. I want tiny little baby bluegill that I just clip the tail off and I put the whole thing, and it's one perfect bait and everything eats it. But yeah, look, cast there, it sinks very fast, and drag it on the bottom. And I saw already there are several places around here with just clouds of bluegill. And this is just the fastest way. You don't need to mess around with jigs. Just cast it. I had a fish already. This might be a bass or something. What is this? This is perfect catfish bait, to tell you the truth. And these things are so numerous here that... Oh, come on now. This wouldn't be a loss. I like the shape of catfish for the shape of bass for catfish bait because I think it's better than bluegill for the small practical kind of reason that it's easier to swallow. That's all. Bass has torpedo shape and it's easier to swallow. I already have 4 or 5 bluegill, maybe just 1 or 2 more, and that's enough. Yeah. Tap, 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 tap. You can twitch if you want, but you don't really have to twitch it. This one is too big for bait already, I can tell you. If you put like a little swim bait on the hook, you don't even have to twitch. You can cast it. Come on, buddy. I'm letting you go, buddy. One thing is, you can't imagine how difficult this is to remove. You have no leverage. When you have a jig head, the head of a jig head is kind of easier to grab and gives you leverage over, you know, spinning the entire hook and turning it in its mouth to take it out. With this tiny little hook here, and you're gonna need a tiny hook. If you want bait, you need a tiny hook. Don't go with the big bass hooks or the Arkies jig heads. You gotta go to Orvis or Umpqua or something like this. They have small hooks with long shank. You need something like this. I think Fusion has some good hooks too, but not very many. Not very many hooks here in the United States available and good for ultralight drop shotting. Now if you're targeting crappie or larger fish, then you can use size 6 and whatnot. Owner has mosquito light. That's kind of good, very thin, very easy penetration. Let's cast a different way. See if we can catch something different. It's all baby fish here. I don't know if somebody else fishes this spot. Why is there only baby fish here? Do they come here at night and clean out the big panfish? There is plenty of panfish here, but only babies. This is too big for me already, folks. This fish is already too big for me for bait. I think I have enough baby bluegill for bait, and they're the perfect size. They're the baby ones. Look how stiff the wind is. 1, 2, 3, 4. It takes like 4 seconds for this tungsten to get to the bottom. This one is the one I know you guys like to use for bait. This one is maybe 7 inches, I don't know. Maybe even over 7. This one is juicy. I ripped off my drop shot. I'll try to reposition. For me this is too big. You have to cut it up to use it. I don't like that. I like the baby bluegill. This one got ripped off, but it's gonna catch a few more. I like using longer shank hooks here, and I like using longer lures too. The longer shank hook is important, so the tip of the hook is further away from the main line, if that makes sense. This way it's kind of easier to swallow. I don't know, we have a fish or no? Oh my god, the tiniest thing on the stick. You know what, I'm gonna keep this. I'm gonna keep this for bait because I'm using small hooks and this is a beautiful bait for me. This for me is a beautiful bait, folks. I already have enough bait. That's the last one. Let's put the gold color through the middle. Not all the way. Not all the way, but not just nose hooked either, because nose hooked is easy for ultralight fishing with baby bluegill. It's easy to lose a lure. I want the lure better connected. This one pulling. Feels like a yellow bass. Very jerky. That's a proper bait for catfish bait. Look at that chunk. Look at that chunk. That is a that is actually a good catch. Huh? Oh man, my lure. No, it's good, it's good. After just one fish, I'm like, come on, brother. Pretty much instant. Pretty much instant. Now this one I want to keep for bait, but these things are such pricks. I just don't want to deal with them. I don't want to deal with it, but I should use it for bait to get rid of them. I thought the previous one was yellow bass. I was one fish off. Alright, just a couple more fish, folks, and we're going catfishing. I don't want to lose too much time here. You get the picture. It's easy to get as soon as it swims down there, as it sinks to the bottom. You put something thin and long, and you dangaloo. You can get, man, there's some good bluegill here all of a sudden. I haven't been catching big bluegill here before, but this is pushing 8 inches. Now you want me, now you have me interested. I thought I'm catching baby bluegill here for catfish bait. That's the title of the video. But this is the second, or I don't know, maybe the third juicy bluegill already. Now you have me interested. See if we can catch some more. But I still don't want to waste too much time because it is 2 o'clock. It is 2 o'clock after all. I don't like to... Oh, what was that? A carp? Jumped like a carp. Takes about 4 seconds to sink, what is it, 16 feet here. With a jig, you're gonna need a very heavy jig, but if it's heavy jig, it's not good for bluegill. Tap, tap. There we go. Now this one is small. This one is small, but yeah, drop shot. The only thing I haven't figured with this drop shot is I found good hooks, even if they are kind of a not popular brand, Umpqua, whatever this is. I like the shape. They're thin and they're good. And I have my own sinkers. Everything is good, but unhooking the fish with this hook only, you have no leverage. It's kind of a pain. The one saving grace is they cannot inhale it too deep because the main line is on the way. What are you? What are you? This fish is, I believe, 9 inches and legal catfish bait if you want it. I'm pretty sure this is 9 inches. Should I bump it? I don't want to bump it. What would I prove? Yeah, there's quite a few crappie here. Drop shot the roo. Oh, come on now. Come on now. Again, folks, I could catch these fish just as easy with the 125-12. So you don't need a ultralight drop shot to catch these fish, but 2 points, right? That are the kind of the point of this video. First of all, not everybody has 125-12 jigs. So if you're a catfish angler, you probably don't have this kind of tackle in your tackle box. Second of all, even if you have this 125, you need tackle that can throw 125-12. You're not gonna buy, you know, from Walmart something and with the 6 and 8 pound line and cast it. Maybe you will still cast it, but it's gonna take forever to sink. Without a tail, like a trout magnet. Not too big of a problem, but you have to twitch it. If it has a tail, then you don't even have to twitch it. You can cast it and just reel it up. Okay, yeah, that's how we caught him. Didn't want it without a tail. Okay, for the last cast, let's cast like this, just in the middle, pretty far, so it's gonna be a long retrieve, and this will be the last retrieve and the last cast of this video. Watch this now. This will be a fish. What's going on here? Let's just see what kind of fish it will be. I'm getting tip tap tap already. What is this? Tap tap but no connection. I'm afraid to pull the trigger. Tap tap already, come on. Tap 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 tap. Oh, come on, man. Alright, folks, I don't know if I'm gonna catch anything bigger, so I'm gonna end the video here, but here, oh, this is a baby shellcracker. Look, that's the only thing we hadn't caught here. We caught a bass, yellow bass, bluegill, crappie, and now a baby shellcracker. But yeah, if you're fishing around these concrete walls and you just need catfish bait, one tiny straight shank hook, maybe 10 inches above a small piece of tungsten, that is the fastest way to fill the live well. But thanks for watching this one, folks, and I will see you soon. Bye bye. Going catfishing now. Yay, buddy.